stage. Emre, welcome. Kerem, welcome. Do take your seats. So, I'm going to ask you this, Emre. Sure. In terms of shared value, how is this different to traditional CSR?
From my perspective, actually, it has nothing to do with CSR. When you look at business, like, for example, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, when we tried to innovate, it was really simple because everything was almost static, and you can just change your product a little bit, and you can continue to be successful. But when you look at today, we are looking at a different world where disruption is coming from everywhere, and it's impossible for you to understand where it's coming from and when is it coming from. So I'm looking at Image as a platform to learn these disruptive problems, and where these disruption, I think there is also opportunity as well. So from my perspective as a businessman, as a shareholder, I'm looking at Image as a tool to learn so that I can also cope with these complex problems, because Image is doing this for social reasons, social problems, but business can do the same, can use the same tools for the business problems. The second thing is actually, from my perspective, is that we are looking at today's problems, and more and more the social problems are actually intersecting with business problems. So when we are started to tap into the social problems, actually we are tapping into the business problems as well. And I believe that there is going to be a huge potential if we can look at this Image platform as a platform to create new businesses.
What we believe is no one can solve on its own the problems, but should collaborate with other businesses, other stakeholders to find the solution. And I think that is where Image comes into our lives. It gives us the chance to collaborate with other stakeholders, realize, adapt, innovate for a better society. But at the same time, Image is a platform where we, with our millennials, have the chance to be together. Millennials, currently 70% of the workforce in Zorlu. By 2025, 75% of the whole global workforce. They are a group of people very difficult to attract, but also to retain. And at Image, we have the chance to collaborate with them, to co-create with them,
to involve them.
And engagement.
And create the shared value, actually.
Okay, now let me understand. How does it work? Is it an incubator with attitude? Is that Image?
Yeah, we should start calling it an incubator with an attitude.
An incubator with attitude. Yeah. Okay, good.
So Image, just to give the audience a bit of background, it was founded by these three organizations. I represent Atelier here. We're a transdisciplinary innovation platform, and at the core of Image lies the community. We believe that building a community around social challenges, building a community who is passionate about solving some critical challenges that the world has, that Turkey might have, is at the core of what we do. On top of that, on top of the community, we have a capacity building arm, which you can think about it as almost like a new generation learning mechanism. We do a lot of workshops, we create content, we offer digital as well as offline content to different audiences through workshops and seminars, because we think that not everybody is born as a problem hunter, not everybody is born as an entrepreneur, but we think that we can discover that potential in people and turn it into real value, shared value for the society. And then comes the final and the most important arm in many ways, is the incubation process. Here we take on a group of potential entrepreneurs, young talent, who are passionate about the challenge at hand, and we incubate their ideas. So the first three challenges we had were centered around quality education, gender equality, and reduced inequalities. These were funded by Zorlu because they belong to the conglomerate's vision for the next 10, 20 years of how to create impact. And these are tied directly to Sustainable Development Goals by the UN. Kerem and Marcello were talking a lot more about that earlier today. So these are all kind of interconnected. And the idea is we incubate these projects based in these 3 different challenges and try to turn them into B corporations, benefit corporations, if you will.
Is this like Intel Inside in terms of problems? You know, social problems you can become part of the Intel Inside solution, the Imageer solution. Is that one way of thinking about it?
It's interesting, I think, the way of defining it. I define actually Imageer as like an open university where instead of we are teaching something in a one direction, it's more collaborative way, and people are actually interacting with each other. It's not just the individuals, but the corporates, the NGOs, the government.
All as one.
All as one.
Okay, let me try and land this now so I really get it. Is Imageer a platform that launches B Corps, that reinvents corporate social responsibility as corporate shared value, involving everyone in social problems, and then implementing locally driven entrepreneurial business solutions from the ground up? So it's an open source problem aggregator, which is available for everyone to participate with.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
I think that
definitely.
sounds
Perfect.
Okay, that's good.